All praise to Yahweh, Bashem Mashai, Bashem Hakadesh, the Bonds of Passing Elders, Great Minnesota, that taught me this 100 truth to do well. Citations to the Yakim out there, pushing the truth in all sincerity, and wish their life to do so. Citations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of the earth, that believe in the truth of Yahweh, Bashem Mashai, Shalom. This is Luke 9 and 12, which reads, He, say, he said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them £10 and said unto them, Occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, We will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Yeah, so the Lord, he gives us the ability, to do his work. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna um, require a return on his work, on the ability that he gave you. So the Lord knows how much, you know, uh, uh, talent, how much ability that he has invested in you to put out the work. So you see brothers out here that they able to do 2, 3, 4 videos in a day on a daily basis. That's something that's been installed to them through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the gift that's been given to him. Because some brothers can pump out videos like it's nothing. You know, 24/7. You know, but that's the gift that's been given unto them. Some brothers may do more, some brothers may do less, but you're only gonna do what's been given in you to do, and you can't make yourself do more or do less, because what the scriptures say, a man's going is of the Lord. So the Lord has given you the ability to do these things. Whether he give you lots of talent or little talent, you still have to make the effort, to you know to to produce and please the Lord. And this is what this is going into. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained £10. So this servant that the Lord gave the ability to do great work, he came back um, with a return. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you make an investment, you know, you accrue money. This is this man did. He invested, what the Lord gave him, and he got a return, and the Lord got a return on it for him doing good work. And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. So the Lord rewarded him for having a gain. He had a good return on the Lord, on the investment that the Lord gave him. The Lord had a good return, so he rewarded him, you know, and put him over 10 cities. That's the gift that the men of the Lord are going to have, because there's going to be ranking in the kingdom of heaven, and for all the good works that these men are doing out here, putting in the work, you know, they're going to receive a return, and the Lord is going to bless them, and they're going to be ruler over several cities, man. There's going to be brothers that are going to have whole planets into themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a ranking system in the kingdom. Just like in this world, they have their own ranking system. Then you have the elites, and then you have everything trickle down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no different in our kingdom, because the 2/3, they're going to be ranked higher than all the other heathen nations, but they're going to be the bottom of the barrel, which is still going to be a lot of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be at the bottom of the nation of Israel, and those that be the elect that the Lord saved on this side, they're going to be in the top, of the nations. And then on top of that, the men of the Lord, 144,000, they're going to be in the rankings, over the elect, what I'm saying, that the Lord has saved, because they put in the work, that the Lord has given unto them to do, and they're going to receive their return, and the Lord's going to bless them for that. Read knowing, and the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained £5. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. So this man, he did his work, and he got a return, and the Lord blessed him. And he came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound. And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I had kept laid up in a napkin, for I feared thee, because thou art an austere man, that thou takest up, that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou dost not sow. And he saith unto him, out of thy own mouth I will judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knowest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Yeah. So the Lord was vexed with this man, because the Lord, they try to say, who the world even calls Jesus Christ is just an all individual. He was just a nice guy or whatnot. No, the Lord was austere. People feared him. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't just this nice guy. You know what I'm saying? As you know the story, that he whipped his people ass, for trying to make, his house the den of thieves. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, he's stern. You know what I'm saying? And he's aggressive. You know, and that's why he had many situations with the Pharisees and Sadducees, where he ended up, pretty much cursing them out and calling them out on their bullshit and whatnot, because he wasn't afraid of confrontation. You know, that's what he was all about. He was all about conflict. You know, to steer people right. You know what I'm saying, and let them know this is how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying, and that's how a king is. I'm the king, man. And this is what y'all doing. Y'all being wicked. Y'all my people. Y'all going off, but I'm here to correct y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care how you take it. But anyway, back to this. So this servant was wicked because the Lord gave him ability, even though he gave him less ability than the other men. You know, he hold on to what he had. You know what I'm saying? So, in this thing, the Lord give you understanding. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't doing nothing with it. You're pretty much useless. You know. So you're gonna have to make an attempt at least to do something in this ministry. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily say you got to be a teacher or anything, or a prophet or whatever, because we may not all be so. You know what I'm saying? But we know if we come into this thing, like the scripture say, many are called but few are chosen. You might have been called inside to do something in this ministry, but you may not have been chosen to make it on the chariot. You may, end up seeing death. But you got to remember in this thing too that, there are many great men that, fought for the Lord and, the ministry and the doctrine, and they got, put to death. John the Baptist, who the Lord says there's no one greater than John the Baptist, got beheaded. You know what I'm saying? Before his belief in his fight, the truth to push this, the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shai. He's a great man, but he got beheaded. You know what I'm saying? Paul, Peter, they all got, put to death. You know, I believe it was Peter that got crucified upside down, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, uh, yeah. So in this thing, there are going to be martyrs too. These men that put in the work daily. You know what I'm saying? You know, these are some of these same great men. That had been put to a harsh death for the sake of the gospel, that are back here today, and they may see another harsh death. In this thing. You know what I'm saying? And we all susceptible of being judged, receiving the judgment of the Lord. But because of our fight and our belief in doing the work for the Lord, those are the first spirits that are going to be resurrected when the Lord comes. So they're going to be on the chariots, regardless. But they're going to have to be some martyrs in the nation of Israel, because that's the way the Lord has the story written. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, you know, of us, having to face that, the Lord is going to put us in the spirit to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And He's going to give us, you know, the wherewithal to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And we might not even, feel any pain when we're being put to death, because the Lord is going to be with us. You know what I'm saying? And read knowing, wherefore then gavest not thou my money into a bank, that my my coming I might have required my own with usury. Yeah, so the Lord's expecting return. You know what I'm saying? So He gave you this ability to understand His truth. That's why He told him, like, yo, you just hold on to my money. You hid it. You hid the gift that I gave you. You know what I'm saying? And at least you could have done is putting my money in the bank so I can get a return on it, because the Lord expects a return for the ability that he gives unto you. Read on. And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that had 10 pounds. So the Lord take your gifts and he gives them in so that he can do more work. He's going to reward this man, double because of the lack of what you would put through. So the Lord will take the gift and, what I'm saying, and give, the gift to the man that's actually going to use it. You know what I'm saying? Uplifting him more. And they said unto him, Lord, he have 10 pounds. He said, yo, he already got enough. You gonna give him more? Yeah, because you didn't want to do anything with it, so I'm gonna just give him more ability. You know what I'm saying? Read on. For I say unto you that unto every one which have shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he hath shall be taken away from him. Yeah. So if you just sitting around, you doing nothing with this work, you know what I'm saying? Are you doing the work unworthily? The Lord's going to take, your understanding away. And we see that, what I'm saying, within the ministry now that, they got fallouts because, they teach, they'll teach, the doctrine, but they got a secret, uh, they disagree with certain things secretly, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord, because of that, they in that spirit that, they out here teaching, whatever it may be. And we see with the Boston camp, they was out here teaching, and the Lord, removed them, from the congregation, from, those that were teaching 100% truth, the GMS Boston camp. They became fallouts because, they had secrets that, they didn't agree with the 100% doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai. So the Lord knew that was in their spirit, even though the Lord, that was their lot anyway, regardless. Um, but the Lord knew that you know that was in them, so the Lord had a disdain for them, which means He found them unworthy. So He removed them, and now they just all teaching wayward doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't believing in the sound doctrine that was already given it to them. So that's hiding other talents too. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord removed them from and taken them from hips, and then they just fall as they just that's the lot that was given unto them. So you got to be grateful if you believe in this thing that that's not your lot, even though your lot may not be that you're a teacher, a preacher, whatever it may be. The Lord does have a position for you for this truth if you believe in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on to him now. This is Ephesians 4:11, and He gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach, till we all come in the unity of faith and the knowledge of the Son of the Lord of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach. Yeah. So, you know, everybody has a position in this thing. Some of us are apostles, some of us are prophets, some of us are evangelists, pastors and teachers. You know what I'm saying? So you've been appointed a position in this thing, and you're going to fulfill whatever position that you give, and you're going to do the work according to what the Lord has given unto you to do. You know, but everybody, lot and position ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this tells you here. Everybody has us all part of the body. You know, and they contribute to the ministry. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the ministry. They need believers too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be shepherds, but even the shepherds are sheep as well. Because what I mean by that is that the men of the Lord, you know, who on the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying, and make daily epistles, they listen to other brothers' videos and they're very inspired by it. That video may inspire them, or they may, add to it, land back off of that video and add more to it, more edification, or they may be inspired, you know what I'm saying, to go in, something might spark them to go into a topic as well, you know what I'm saying? So the shepherds are sheep too, because they're still learning too. They're still working on the talents that the Lord has given unto them as well. But there's some people that just they're just going to be sheep. They're just going to be the flock. But somehow, some way, the Lord going to have them contribute to the ministry because your lot may be to support the ministry. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily being a teacher, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. You know what I'm saying? To um, contribute in the understanding of the scriptures as well. But you know, um, even though that may not be a lot or whatnot, you can still make that effort. But your lot may be a good for you to be a support to the ministry. You know what I'm saying? If you're in position to be a good tither, you know what I'm saying, and the Lord's put the spirit on you to to give charity to the ministry, to tithe to the ministry faithfully, that's that may be your lot. You know what I'm saying? And people think that that's something that's you know just a simple thing, but that's big for the ministry. You know what I'm saying? Because some people ain't in a position to tithe, you know, on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Because we under these curses we go through struggles. So, but if you are financially stable and the Lord put it in your spirit to faithfully tithe, that's a lot that has been given unto you. You know what I'm saying? To be to pay your contribution to the Lord's ministry to help support the men of the Lord, because that's a gift in itself to be a tither. You know what I'm saying? That's something that has given to you because everybody don't have that gift to be or in that financial space or that gift to tithe regularly. You know what I'm saying? If they can, and if you the Lord has given you that spirit, you should be grateful for that. Because they're not to say that there aren't men that are on the highways and byways teaching this faithfully. You know what I'm saying? That do also tie to the ministry. Because that's what we're required to do if we're in the position to do so. But if you're not, if that's your only lot that the Lord has given you to be a tither and help to the ministry, just that's your contribution. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to receive, uh, a part uh, in this, as part of the body. You know what I'm saying? To further push this truth. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to reward you just for that because that's the gift that He gave unto you. He put you in a position financially to be able to tithe on a regular basis, and that's something you should be, grateful for. So the Lord's going to reward you for that as well. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're at help, you know what I'm saying, you send garments, Bibles, microphones, whatever, camera stands, whatever a brother may need, the Lord is going to reward you for that because you're a help to the ministry. You're helping, put forth His word throughout the foundations of the earth. Read on. This is James 2:14, which reads, "What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have no works? Can faith save him? If a brother or a sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you unto them depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so, faith, if have not works, is dead, being alone." So you having faith without works is useless. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to show your faith if you believe in this thing and put in work, whatever that work that the Lord has given you to do. Whether like I said, uh, being a minister, prophet, or whatever into the ministry, that if that's the gift that the Lord gives you, you're gonna have to put that in. If the Lord just gave it to you to be a tither or to give charity to the ministry, because what it said, charity covered a multitude of sins. That means just be a lot in this thing. So you're gonna have to show your faith that you believe by doing the work that the Lord has given you to do. Being knowing, yea, a man say, "Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you, and I will show thee my faith by my works." So James said here, you know what I'm saying? He's going to show his faith by his works. So just because you have, if you say you have faith, you're going to have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to, do something to show that you have faith in the Lord. And, you know, you're going to have to produce work. You're going to have to put something forth so the Lord can get a return on the investment that he gave it into you, on the ability that he gave unto you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to benefit you. He's going to reward you. Thou believest that there is one God. Thou dost well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Yeah. So if you say you have faith and you don't put it in work, it's dead. You know what I'm saying? It's useless. It's vain. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to show your faith and your belief in Yahweh Shema Shai by putting in the works that He's given unto you to do. This is Matthew 10:40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. And this is the Lord, you know what I'm saying? If you receive his word or his, that are pushing out, that is given through his spirit by the, his men that he has on highways and byways, if you receive them, the prophet, you receive him. And if you receive him, you receive his Father as well. That's what he's saying here. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. So if you receive the word from the prophet and you believe, you receive the Lord, and you also receive his Father, because these men were set up by Yahweh Shem Shai to preach unto you this gospel. And if you believe, you're going to show your faith unto them, and you're going to receive, the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And all that comes with that, we know, and this is Matthew 10:41, which reads, he that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. So if you believe the message that the prophets are sending out, you're going to receive a prophet's reward. You're going to do something that, going to help be a contribution to the ministry because of your faith and your belief in the Lord. Because you got to put in work, whatever that, ability that the Lord has given unto you. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive the righteous man's reward. So, you're going to receive the same reward as a prophet for your belief in the work that the Lord has installed in you to do to receive your salvation, So, and what the prophet's reward is for those of the believers is here. Let's see, the judgment. This is Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on the right hand side and the goats on the left. Yeah, so the goats are these heathens and nations, and also the heathens of, of our people as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to receive the judgment. You know what I'm saying? For their wickedness. And the right hand, is the believers, and those of the nation of Israel, or those of the nation of Israel that believe. You know what I'm saying? The righteous people that the Lord has chosen to be on his right hand side. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Yeah, so the people that's on the right, the Lord's people, you know what I'm saying, the believers, the elect, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord has chosen from the foundation of the world, they're going to receive the kingdom of heaven, because they were chosen to do so, and this is the reward of a prophet for them to put in the work. And you could read that on here. For I was hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was I was a stranger and ye took me in. Yeah. So this is what the reward is, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the men of the Lord put in the work, you know what I'm saying? The Lord saying that I was hungry, you fed me, I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. Why? Because they were doing what they were supposed to do to you know, press forth, you know, the new song throughout the foundation of the earth. You know, so they was feeding the flock. You know what I'm saying? As the Lord says, what he told Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep, and that's what the men of the Lord are doing. You know, they're feeding the sheep of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? They're the shepherds that have been set over the nation of Israel to feed the sheep. You know, what you doing? For I was hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? They asked me, when did we see me? When he see me? When we did the work of the Lord, because we believed, we had the faith, you know, to go out and pretty much when you on the highways and byways, you know, for those that go on the highways and byways, you're risking your life. You know what I'm saying? As the Lord, you know, gave up his life, you know, for the nation of Israel, you know, to go on the corners and preach the downfall of Babylon the Great, you know, was the world cause United States of America, and to say that, you know, other countries are gonna invade and destroy this place, and we're rooting for that to take place, to, you know, for this devil Esau, you know, so-called white man to be taken out of the way. That's treason. You know what I'm saying? So they have if they want, they could come scoop us, you know, the men of the Lord off the corners and imprison them, because you're speaking detriment and you're against, you know what I'm saying, uh, you know, their way. You know what I'm saying? You wanting the downfall of their kingdom. So they see that as treason, and they got the right to arrest you and put you in the prison system. But you know why that's not happening? I mean, that's going to come into play, because that's, you know, part of the prophecy that, you know, some of us should be put into prison because preaching is truth. But, you know, the time now that's not the time that the Lord has appointed. The only reason that, you know, that hasn't happened is because the Lord, you know, is watching over the men of the Lord and allowing them to get this word out. You know what I'm saying? But it is going to come a time that you know, the Lord is going to unleash this devil and let her come down in great wrath, and the times of Jacob's trouble, and, you know, we're just going to see all type of ill and wicked shit taking place. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, you know, when you read 2 Ezra 15:60, it's going to be um, you know, civil war going on out here. It's going to be mad outlaws out here bringing chaos. You know what I'm saying? You won't believe some of the things you're going to see during this time. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is going to unleash great wickedness upon this earth. You know what I'm saying? You know, He's going to let this devil, you know, show his horns, and the Lord's going to unleash the demons too. You know what I'm saying? So violence is going to be at its highest peak, no, like we never ever seen it in at any time, you know, in this devil's rules. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be the worst time ever on the face of the planet. You know, when this devil going to do whatever he got to do to hold on to his kingdom. The Lord is going to let him, you know, have his way, but he's going to be taken out. You know, the Lord's going to destroy him before he's able to, you know, fulfill his enterprise. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to destroy this devil. But where am I reading on? For I was Slakia. Where am I? Oh, Matthew 25:38. When saw we thee when started 25:37 again. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me, it's like ye have done it unto me, then shall he say also unto them that on the left, depart from me, and be cursed in an everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Yeah, so the Lord on those that are on the wicked, the heathen nations and those wicked of our people, they're gonna see a judgment of destruction. But for the men of the Lord and those that believe in the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shai, whatever lot that the Lord has given unto you, what I'm saying, you're gonna receive the kingdom. The Lord is gonna bypass you, and He's gonna have you beamed up on the chariots because you fulfilled the lot that the Lord has given unto you, in this time. You know, whether it be for you to be a prophet on the highway, it's a byways for you to make daily epistles, what I'm saying, to the ability that the Lord has given unto you, because you can't exceed do more, do less than what the Lord has given unto you, what I'm saying. And then also for those that are the believers, what I'm saying, whatever the lot that the Lord has given unto you to believe and contribute to the ministry, you're going to receive the reward and the proper reward, which is the kingdom that the Lord is saying here. Because the men of the Lord went out there and did the work, they fed him, they gave him thirst or whatnot, and those are the believers that help the men to contribute, to do the work. They're going to receive the same reward on that side. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to give them their salvation as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope the lesson been edifying. Just from the Kohola Yahweh Shem Shai, Kwame Shirala, Above Shalom.